Hey everyone, and welcome to another Autovio Auto Evolution video. Today's video is part 3 of our McLaren series. This video will cover the cars that represent McLaren and will show the direction of how advanced and how complete McLaren makes their super and hypercar lineup. It will also give an idea of how they are going to proceed with making supercars in the future. If you haven't checked out part 1 or 2 yet, be sure to take a look at those videos as well. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can be notified when a new Evolution video is released. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. 3, 2, 1, let's go. McLaren Artura. McLaren's first series production high-performance hybrid supercar focuses more than half a century of the company's racing and road car experience and expertise into a next-gen supercar that blends groundbreaking technology with McLaren's dedication to pure driver engagement. The Artura presented McLaren engineers and designers with new opportunities to innovate. Thus, the Artura was the debut of the new McLaren carbon lightweight architecture. The Artura has a curb weight of 1,498 kilograms, which is on par with other supercars that do not have hybrid powertrains. This giving the Artura a super lightweight advantage. As a plug-in hybrid, the new McLaren Artura can drive up to 18.6 miles on the electric motor alone. McLaren Elva. It was McLaren's first ever road car with an open cockpit. The Elva was also launched as the most powerful roadster of McLaren's Ultimate Series lineup, which is their top-range supercars. The Elva is powered by a twin-turbocharged 4.0-liter V8, which is the same engine from track monsters like the McLaren Senna and the Senna GTR. Thanks to the lowest weight of any road car with a McLaren badge produced in history, the Elva is bound to feel even more special to drive. For those who aren't excited about an open cockpit, a fixed windshield is optionally available for most markets. McLaren seems to prefer that its customers won't choose one to preserve the model's original lines. The Elva is equipped with an active air management system. This system allows the McLaren Elva to channel air from the front of the car to come out just ahead of the two occupants and be directed over the open cockpit, which creates a bubble of calm at high speeds. The name Elva is a tribute to Bruce McLaren's designed M1A and the McLaren Elva M1A, which were produced in the 60s as customer versions of the Group 7 race cars. McLaren GT. The 2019 McLaren GT was created to enter into a market dominated by front-engine GT cars. The McLaren GT was sporting a mid-engine and had a rear-wheel drive powertrain. The GT also featured a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox. The McLaren GT was at the time longer than any other vehicle made by the British car manufacturer. Usually, a GT doesn't have too much trunk space. The McLaren GT has two. A bigger one in the back, on top of the engine, and another in the front. The total space was 20.1 cubic feet of cargo space, which is more than most of the sedan trucks. The 4-liter V8 twin-turbo engine developed 620 horsepower, which were more than enough to transform the GT into a supercar, especially since the overall weight was only 3,373 pounds. Designed for distance, the GT provides comfort and space expected of a Grand Tourer, but with a level of agility never experienced before in this segment. The McLaren GT redefines the notion of a Grand Tourer in a way that only a McLaren could. McLaren MP412C. When a car manufacturer has more Formula One titles on its shelf than cars launched, it has to do something about it. With 20 years of sports car design, 8 Formula One Constructors' Championships and 13 Drivers' Championships, the MP412C resembles the first car launched inspired from Formula One. It was built with a bodywork made out of carbon fiber and race engineering. The 12C was designed and produced to compete in a much more accessible market, as the previous manufactured car was the McLaren F1. The McLaren MP412C features a revolutionary carbon fiber chassis structure called the carbon monocell. It was the first time a car in that market segment was based around such strong and lightweight race car engineering. The engine was a 3.8-liter V8 offered in two output versions, 600 and 625 horsepower, respectively. It was mated to a standard 7-speed automatic transmission with a dual-clutch system. McLaren P1. The McLaren P1 will have the combined force of two highly efficient power plants, offering the optimum mix of superb throttle response, day-to-day drivability and top speed. With the P1, McLaren's goal was to the best driver's car in the world, whether it be on the road or on the track. McLaren achieved this by using its historic 50 years of racing experience and success in the fields of aerodynamics and lightweight's carbon fiber technology. The P1 produced the same amount of downforce as a GT3 race car, which having better ground effect. This downforce not only aided the cornering ability of the P1, it also increased braking performance and helped balance the stability and drivability at all speeds. McLaren P1 is the most exciting, capable, technologically advanced and most dynamically accomplished supercar ever made. McLaren's focus with the P1 wasn't top speed, it was about all-around ability of the car in all conditions. McLaren Senna. Ultra-lightweight construction, with carbon fiber chassis and body panels. Mid-mounted, twin-turbocharged V8 McLaren engine. Rear-wheel drive. A sophisticated race-derived suspension that delivers an unparalleled blend of control and dynamic balance. Electro-hydraulic steering that rewards accurate inputs and gives the purest feedback. It was the lightest, fastest and more expensive than any other McLaren. The Senna had absolute focus on the importance of the driver. A tribute to one of the greatest racing drivers in the world, Ayrton Senna. McLaren launched a special edition in 2018 and was the next step in McLaren's Ultimate Series range. It ranked above the Super Series and Sport Series models. It was never deemed a replacement for the P1, but was designed to set new standards in track performance. Only 500 units were made. McLaren Speedtail. The Speedtail has the driver sitting in the middle, flanked by two passenger seats like in the McLaren F1. At launch, the Speedtail will be the fastest McLaren in the lineup, just like the F1. McLaren will only make 106 units of the Speedtail, which is precisely the same number of F1 models that were ever built for the road. More modern from just about every point of view compared to its predecessor, the F1. Powered by a naturally aspirated V12 from BMW, this is also a hybrid powertrain with pumping out 1050 horsepower behind the three seats and a top speed a bit higher at 250 miles per hour. Built for straight-line speed, the Speedtail's body is narrower and much longer than the F1, and since produced, it is the longest McLaren road car built. The Speedtail broke a world record as the fastest car from 0 to 300 km per hour with a time of 12.8 seconds, just 3.7 seconds quicker than the P1. McLaren F1. The McLaren F1 was the pinnacle of technology when it was launched back in 1993, and it took a very long time until a 1001 horsepower hypercar appeared and took the crown for the fastest car in the world. It was the most advanced car of its time, and some of its technical solutions were adopted years later by other exclusive supercars. The McLaren F1 held the world's fastest production car in the world when, in 1998, it reached 240 miles per hour. In the beginning, McLaren asked Honda to make the engine, because of their partnership in Formula One, but the Japanese manufacturer declined the offer. McLaren then asked the same question to BMW, and they said yes. In a very short period of time, one of the best engines of all times was made, a naturally aspirated 6.1 liters V12 unit that offered 627 horsepower. The body of the F1 was ahead of its time. It was the first production car to use a carbon fiber monocoque chassis. On the interior, it featured three seats, with the driver in the middle and the passengers to the right, a left and a bit behind. This was a poster on my wall as a kid. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through time, please like and subscribe for more auto evolutions coming up.